So if you haven't heard the news, Warner Brothers is up for sale.
No, 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 no. Hell no.
There's been many offers and different studios trying to purchase Warner Brothers. I know Paramount Plus has offered three different offers that Warner Brothers has turned away, but apparently a lot of other studios are also interested in buying Warner Brothers. Now, with that being said, that has led to a lot of speculation in regards to James Gunn's future with Warner Brothers and the DCU. Um, and rightfully so, because a lot of times when a studio is purchased and bought, whoever buys it brings in their people and they may want to do their own thing. So, again, what does this mean for James Gunn's future? Well, he sort of kind of talks about it. Let's take a look. Okay, this is coming from superherohype.com. It says James Gunn's comment on DCU's future leads to exit speculations. A recent comment by James Gunn, co-CEO of DC Studios and the creative force behind the DC Universe's current slate, has started widespread speculation about his possible exit amid talks of a Warner Brothers sale. After all, the Warner Brothers Discovery merger has got fans watching out for what the future holds for DC Studios and its leadership. DCU fans speculate, blah, blah, blah. So, rumors of Warner Brothers Discovery sale have gained serious traction after Paramount Global reportedly made a failed offer to buy the company. Following that, WBD's board confirmed that a sale is indeed being considered, which immediately made fans question what it means for DC Studios and its co-heads James Gunn and Peter Safran. Now, in an interview with Boba, sorry. Gunn addressed the long-term direction of the DC universe, particularly regarding how storylines from such shows like Peacemaker season 2 and Lanterns will will connect to upcoming movies such as Superman, Man of Tomorrow. James Gunn said, if yes, he paused. Yes, they definitely go significantly further than Man of Tomorrow. So now, whether or not that'll be me that's able to fulfill the promise, he laughs, depends on a lot of things in life. But yeah, this line specifically, Guns. This line specifically, Gunn's hesitation immediately ignited speculation among DC fans online. Some users on Reddit suggested that Gunn might have stopped himself from saying "if I stay," though this interpretation remains unconfirmed. While some others suggested there's a reason that he jumped Superman Man of Tomorrow to the front of the line and is shooting it 2 months before Supergirl comes out. Given that Warner Brothers Discovery may be heading for new ownership, many are reading James Gunn's remark as a subtle acknowledgement of instability within the studio. For now, Man of Tomorrow, featuring David Cornsweet as Clark Kent, is slated to release on July 9th, 2027, and remains a major part of Gunn's long-term DCU blueprint. Have you ever been annoyed by your coworkers? Do you have a spouse that constantly wants to argue and scream and yell about every single thing? What about that one friend that, despite your many efforts to explain your side, they just don't seem to get it and instead want to complain about everything? Does it make you just want to scream out loud? How about telling them to shut the up? I'm just saying. So this is interesting, and for fans to speculate, I mean, it's fair because, like I mentioned, when a studio gets purchased, a lot of times the other studio will want to do things their way and may want to start over. However, there have been some instances where a studio does purchase another studio and let them continue to operate, but with more funding and also adding additional things. So I don't want to get into that. Instead, I want to get into James Gunn. I personally believe James Gunn and Peter Safran have been doing a great job with the DCU and what they have planned. I personally think that the reason why James Gunn actually rushed Man of Tomorrow was because Superman did well in theaters. And I personally think he was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and do the sequel." I could be wrong. It could be about the studio being purchased and he just wants to get his story out and just in case he's no longer the CEO. I don't know. But I like their plan. I like what they not only have done, but I like what they have slated. I like that Supergirl is coming out because that story is dope. If you haven't read the graphic novel, check it out. I like the idea of the Lanterns series and what they say it's going to be about. I like that we're going to get this Clayface movie. Like I like their plans. So even if the studio is purchased, I hope they allow uh, James Gunn and Peter Safran to continue their story, their ideas, and their plans as CEOs of the DC studios. But you never know. Warner Brothers may not get sold, but it sounds like it definitely is because of the fact that they're even that listening to offers means they're up for the idea. But what do you all think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor. If you like the content, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. And hit that little alarm button as well so you can get alerted whenever I post new content. And also, do me a favor, share with other people who you think would like this content as well. We have a big goal of 1,000 subscribers we're trying to get to, and we need your help. Appreciate it. Till the next one. Peace.